On today's episode, we're going old school with some of the most classic Reddit stories of all time. First up, a lazy/genius Navy officer who just wants to enjoy his sandwich, an OP who used the wrong phrase their entire life, a person who goes on a rant about grilled cheese, and two stories involving a steak dinner, both from the husband and the wife's perspective. If you're a patron, we're back at it again with reading some comments from my favorite website, if you know, you know. If you want to hear the bonus content, get ad-free content, bonus episodes, and more, sign up at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. All links on the show notes. But with that said, Reddit on Wiki starts right now.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to Reddit on Wiki. I'm your host today, the Punny Pinoy John. I got my co-host with me as usual. We got Josh.
Hi.
We got Sean. What's up, boys?
Not much. Just
Okay,
got back
was
from
it?
looking at wedding venues.
Ooh,
Or a
did you
wedding
find
venue. First
Is
one.
there
First
a-
one.
pros and cons on the first one so far?
Pros and cons.
Expensive.
Expensive.
I bet.
It was nice. It was very nice. But yeah, it was expensive. Food looked amazing. So
Did you get to try some?
no. Just from what we saw. And like they have a very high rating in their food online. So it would be very good. But yeah, we'll see. We're looking at a couple more this weekend.
Hey.
We got to decide sooner than later because spots are filling up for next year.
So you guys have like a date established for next year already? What were you thinking of?
We have September, October. We're not sure. We don't have a date set yet, but
Ooh,
yeah, somewhere in there.
That's exciting, bro.
yeah,
Awesome.
October's going to be an expensive month for you if you do it in October.
it's gonna. I'll make it the same day as Sienna's birthday.
Yeah, I know. Let's double the gifts on
I
one
only
day, brother.
remember. No. It all. It
No,
doesn't
you
stack.
getting one gift.
Am I the asshole?
for strategically
Fucking
planning
me.
my wedding anniversary.
Hey, you'd be surprised. All our anniversaries and like her birthdays are stacked into one like
Ooh,
within a week span. I'm like,
damn.
the way this bank account is, you're getting one present.
See, my grandpa messed up because my grandma's birthday is on Valentine's Day, so he could have had all three on one day. Should have planned it
Damn.
out better, but anyway.
Get your partners multiple gifts. I'm not
yeah,
advocating with this. I'm not on this side.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So boys, we're going to do something different this week. Okay. So, the subreddit for me, at least, has been kind of downright depressing with some of the stories. So guess what? I'm not using shit from them today.
He's
Whoa.
gone rogue.
I've gone rogue. So,
Cut him
people,
off. Cut his mic.
hell no. People, cross post happier stuff, man. Come on. We need it. We need a break. Give a bitch a break sometimes. All right.
So this is an oops all happy episode.
I wouldn't say oops all happy, but
Okay, well.
okay, there's nothing bad. How about that? So, nothing from us or Brett today again, but instead I am feeling pretty nostalgic. So I searched for some classic Reddit stories and again, yeah, none of them are sad today. So, it's a palate cleanser type of Monday for Wikimaniacs today.
I like it.
So,
Love that for
yep.
me.
Yes, we all need a mental health break, guys. So like that's needed, especially times are tough right now. So anyways,
It's day 59. Juliet has not been home. John is struggling, yo.
It's day 4.
my arms are so well, one of my arms so so strong with one hand. But this one is actually posted on r/ask Reddit, and this was posted 10 years ago. So
Jesus.
it's been some time, and it's actually a question. And the question was posted by Louis Thien. The question was, "What is the laziest thing you've ever done?" Which Tupperwolf responded to, "Late to the party, but this one is too good to pass up. I was once on a U.S. military ship having breakfast in the wardroom," and they put officers lounge, "when the operations officer, ops, walks in. This guy was the definition of not a morning person. He's still half asleep, bleary-eyed, basically a zombie with a bagel. He sits down across from me to eat his bagel and is just barely conscious. My back is to the outboard side of the ship, and the morning sun is blazing in one of the portholes, putting a big bright-ass circle of light right on his barely conscious face. He's squinting and chewing and basically just remembering how to be alive for today. It's painful to watch. Are y'all morning people?
No. Well, since Portugal, I have been just because of the time difference. I'm waking up at like 5:30 a.m. every morning.
Hey, welcome to my world.
I'm not getting up. I'm actively trying to go back to sleep. But yeah, it's been a rough adjustment coming back.
I'm
home.
actually decently happy in the morning, and then as the days progress and as more people talk to me at work, I get angrier and angrier.
Jesus.
So
That's why
We
I
get
was
you at
pissed
your
off
best.
at us.
That's great.
I gotta put on a facade for you. I'm just kidding. I would not do that. But then Zombie Ops stops chewing, slowly picks up the phone and dials the bridge. In his well-known "I'm still totally asleep" voice, he says, "Hey, it's Ops. Could you shift our bar pat? Yeah, 165, thanks." And puts the phone down. And he just sits there, squinting, waiting. And then, ever so slowly, I realize that the big blazing spot of sun has begun to slide off the zombie's face and onto the wall behind him. After a moment, it clears his face and he blinks slowly a few times, and the brilliant beauty of what I've just witnessed begins to overwhelm me. By ordering the bridge to adjust the ship's back and forth patrol by about 15 degrees, he's changed our course just enough to reposition the sun off of his face. He's literally just redirected thousands of tons of steel and hundreds of people so that he could get the sun out of his eyes while he eats his bagel.
Jesus.
I am in awe. He slowly picks up his bagel, and for a moment, I'm terrified at the thought that his own genius may escape him, that he may never appreciate the epic brilliance of his laziness, since he's not going to wake up for another hour. But between his next bites, he pauses, looks at me, and gives me the faintest sly grin before returning to gnaw slowly on his zombie bagel.
Okay. I might be going crazy, but I think I've either heard or done this story. I'm not sure.
Really?
I think it was, when I was doing those episodes, I did like 2 or 3 of them. The Ask Reddit response episodes. Do you remember those? Like I did them last year, probably. I think I might have covered. You. Yeah, I think you did this one with me.
I was about to say, this is the first time I've heard it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great story. Don't get me wrong. It is wild. But correct me if I'm wrong, Wikimaniacs. I could just be going crazy from hearing so many Reddit stories every
Was that that was like last October, last November that we were doing that shit though, right?
Yeah. When was this posted?
10 years ago.
Okay, so then definitely. I think we definitely did this one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a method to our madness of sorting by this week.
I guess
there's a method to the madness,
and it's not perfect either because we've definitely covered.
We definitely have reposts.
True,
but yeah, I could be going crazy. But let me know, Wikimaniacs, if I've done that story.
Now I want to go back and listen to those. I'm like, wait,
what? What
there's
are
no
those?
way.
Well, there was like a time. There was a time.
What the fuck are y'all even talking about?
For like 2 or 3 weeks, I did like a Wednesday episode that was like 15 minutes, maybe, where I would just cover Ask Reddit stories.
Is that on Patreon?
I don't think so. I think it was
on
his
the
main
YouTube
feed. Yeah.
Was it the one that you didn't release?
Okay, I had 2 questions there. Well, one at a time.
No, I was gonna say this was like posted as a podcast.
Yeah, it was like it was like a bonus episode before we did bonus episodes for Patreon.
I really should pay attention.
Wait, was it the one that you never released? Because you did one solo that you never released. Because we did one with what was the most American thing you did. We did one with
the fuck
something about like something about sex.
Sean's learning about our podcast as we're talking.
This is how uninvolved Sean is majority of the time.
Sean, you remember that year where we did wiki stories?
Do you remember that?
No, I thought our name was just based off the subreddit.
I mean, people think that.
Yeah. That's what it is. We'll delete all those episodes.
Yeah.
It could have been one of those episodes that we didn't release. I have no idea, but I do distinctly remember the story. So that's
This some Mandela effect shit that you're going through.
Honestly,
right now.
maybe. Who knows? But yeah, very funny of him. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a waste of resources too when you really think about it. That he turned a whole ship just to avoid some sunlight.
I wouldn't even call it. They said they barely moved out of their track or their path. So I would call it a
to move
resource.
one of those things takes a lot, doesn't it? I don't know personally.
I mean, it takes a lot of like math.
True. I don't know.
Which
I gotta say,
Air Force, I wouldn't know what the fucking Navy does.
For some people, this would be more work than just
Moving,
getting up,
moving.
just switching seats. So it's like partly lazy physically, but also like for some, it could be mentally taxing. Like I would just, especially that early in the morning, I'd just be like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah,
and
I
just
would call
not
someone.
sit down in the bad spot in the first place.
He didn't work. He told everyone else to work and move it. So technically, he didn't do shit. All he did was pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, move this shit."
Yeah, that is work for some people.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
that for my
Calling
social
and then-
anxiety.
But I guess if you're in the military and you're, I guess, in a position high enough to tell them to move boats, you probably don't have an issue talking to people
True. That's
or
probably
giving
true.
out orders. So I mean,
Dude,
yeah,
I
that's true.
was a fucking sergeant, and I did not give a fuck, man. I bossed people around because other people bossed me around.
It's just a circle of
It is.
abuse.
abuse.
That's what it is. It's a powered structure. So everyone, it's shit rolls downhill is what we love to
It's
say.
fucking
So-
what is it in How I Met Your Mother? The chain of abuse or whatever. That Nancy's rewatching it. So I just
Okay.
heard that. It was like, yeah, my boss's boss yells at my boss. My boss yells at me. I yell at you. You yell at Lily. Lily yells at children. And then the children yells at her dad, who is Barney's boss's boss. The circle.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is. It do be a circle. So awesome. All right. Next story. This is from Ask Reddit again, and it was posted. The user was deleted, and the question was, "What word or phrase did you totally misunderstand as a child?"
So,
Where
all right, Wikimaniacs, let's guess. Has Josh
Okay.
covered this prior? All right, let's put our bets in. Write in the comments, in the live comments.
So far, this one doesn't sound familiar, but
Let's get into it.
I'm also,
he was unsure about the
It
first
took you
one,
about
too, so-
halfway listening through the first one to be. I saw your face.
I was like,
Did I?
this sounds familiar.
There's no fucking way, right? John was there, right?
Yeah. Well, he might have been. I think I did some by myself too. So unclear.
We'll see. We'll find out because I'm curious now. I'm gonna go back and look at them shit. See if something was there. But anyways, Lard lower score Baron 13 years ago responded, "When I was young, my father said to me, 'Knowledge is power.' Francis Bacon." Okay, so Francis Bacon said it. I understood it as
I thought that was a continuation of the quote. I was like, what the fuck? Does that make any sense? I thought I was going crazy.
I understood it as knowledge is power. France is bacon.
Okay.
So the country France
Yes.
is bacon.
They are. And all of our
Oui.
French listeners confirm that you are bacon.
Oui. For more than a decade, I wondered over the meaning of the second part and what was the surreal linkage between the two. If I said the quote to someone, "Knowledge is power, France is bacon," they nodded knowingly. Or someone might say, "Knowledge is power," and I'd finish the quote, "France is bacon."
Holy shit.
Like it's trivia and you're trying to answer who said that.
But then you wouldn't even guess it. You would like, why did they only say half the quote? I have no idea who said this shit, but they didn't finish the quote. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
what the hell?
What the hell?
And they wouldn't look at me like I'd said something very odd, but thoughtfully agree. I did ask a teacher, what did "knowledge is power, France is bacon" mean? And got a full 10-minute explanation of the "knowledge is power" bit, but nothing on "France is bacon."
Man, I wish this guy had just texted it once to somebody and then
Just to
be
see.
corrected and be like, wait, oh my God.
To be fair, how often are you using like idioms or like
In a
Quotes.
text.
Yeah.
or in your day-to-day life, really? I don't maybe I'm just dumb, I don't know. But
You got to think in an English class somewhere in high school, he would write like, knowledge is power, France and
France
bacon.
is bacon.
Yeah, Francis Bacon.
I would like to think that if he did that, everyone's just nodding like, yeah, that's
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
that's-
sure. Yeah.
Teacher reading it. I like
That's
this
how
too
it-
much
that's
to
how it
correct.
A+ actually.
When I prompted further explanation by saying France is vacant in a questioning tone, I just got a yes. At 12,
Correct.
And
at 12, I didn't have the confidence to press it further. I just accepted it as something I'd never understand. It wasn't until years later I saw it written down that the penny dropped, and that was the end.
The
maybe
penny
that's a
drop.
saying wherever they're at.
Maybe
Like the
is that
penny
a
dropped.
joke? Oh, okay.
Penny dropped. Like the Canadians dropped the penny. I don't know.
Wait, is Francis Bacon Canadian?
No, it's just Canadian bacon, right? It's P-mail. It's P-mail bacon.
The penny dropped is informal British, used to indicate that someone has finally realized or understood
Oh,
something.
there you go.
Oh,
From jolly old England, innit?
I like how he
No
uses
banter
another.
with France in bacon.
Maybe he's just like, oh yeah, the British really hate the French. Just call them pigs.
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. God damn it. It's funny that he used an idiom that we didn't understand to let us know that he finally understood the idiom that he
Idiom
didn't
that we
understand.
all understood.
You use an idiom on idiots.
It's a circle.
That's how you
It's a circle of abuse.
vicious
It's an idiot
circle.
circle. All right. Next up is a story from r/grilled cheese. And this is from fuck lower score blue fuck lower score shells. So fuck blue shells, which
Okay.
is a doobie facts it.
Yeah.
Mario Kart. I hate blue shells.
Hell yeah.
But this guy went on a rant about it. And the title is You People Make Me Sick. So grilled cheese consists of only these following items: cheese, bread with spread, and they put usually butter. The entire subreddit consists of melts. Almost every
Oh
grilled
my
cheese
God.
sandwich.
Get off your soapbox, you piece of shit.
Wait, what is he saying?
He's
He's saying that
like the grilled cheese that are being posted on the grilled cheese subreddit are melts,
Are
not
melt.
grilled cheese. So he's saying they have other ingredients, presumably.
Oh, who
So-
gives a fucking
I know.
fly?
It's all the same. What else would the subreddit be? Just like pictures of people's shitty grilled cheeses? Like, what the fuck? What do you want?
almost every grilled cheese sandwich I see on here has other items added to it. The fact that this subreddit is called grilled cheese is nothing short of utter blasphemy. Let me start out by saying I have nothing against melts. I just hate their association with sandwiches that are not grilled cheeses.
Motherfucker, who calls these melts though? You know what I'm saying? Who's like, oh yeah, I'd really love a melt.
But
I don't
also,
think that's
are like, so is this like one of those things where it's like all melts aren't grilled cheeses, but grilled cheeses are melts?
Cheeses are melts.
toast is
kinda what
not bread. Bread is toast.
Yeah, exactly.
We're bringing this shit back.
All the way fucking back.
All the way back to my bread and toast debate. But yeah, so
God.
I don't know. I don't understand truly why you would care this much, but
Well, he's gonna keep going.
he's gonna keep going. Okay, well,
He has
let
a
him
full-on
cook.
tirade.
Let him
Let him
cook.
cook. Well,
Wow.
Hopefully, it's a grilled cheese. Adding cheese to your tuna sandwich. It's called a
Disgusting.
tuna
I'm with
melt.
you. I'm with you. That is a tuna melt.
That's fair.
Yeah, totally different. Want to add bacon and some pretentious breadcrumbs with spinach? I don't know what the hell you'd call that, but it's not grilled cheese.
The bacon I'm with.
Yeah, I rock with the
spinach?
bacon.
Yeah, spinach,
Spinach
you
is
do get into uncharted
wild.
territory. If you added a tomato to it, that's a
BLT.
BLT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
variation.
BLT melt.
Yeah. Okay. I might be fucking changing my tune the more this guy writes, actually.
I would be more than willing to wager I've eaten more grilled cheeses in my 21 years than any of you had in your entire lives. Have one
I don't know.
I have one almost every day, and sometimes more than just one sandwich. Want to personalize your grilled cheese? Use a mix of different cheeses or use sourdough or French bread. I
He's
agree.
making solid points. He's making
He
good
is making
points, dude.
Now that I'm like, oh shit. But if you want to add some pulled pork and take a picture of it,
That's
make your own
different.
subreddit entitled Melts.
This is different. Yeah. I'm rocking with this guy now, dude.
I don't. Oh well, here's the thing. Like all those sandwiches sound delicious.
Yeah.
They do.
If the masses are upvoting it so that it's showing up on the front page of grilled cheeses, then the masses have decided that those are grilled cheeses in their eyes. You know what I mean? That's where I'm like, you know what? He's making points that by definition they are melts, but everyone else is just like, that looks fucking delicious. I'm gonna upvote it. So I that's where I'm kind of like, yeah, you're right, but does it work in the practical? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you want to add some pulled pork and take a picture of it, make your own subreddit entitled Melts, because that is not a fucking grilled cheese. I'm not a religious man, nor am I anything close to a culinary expert, but as a bland white Midwestern male, I am honestly the most passionate person when it comes to grilled cheese and mac and cheese. All of you foodies, stay the hell away from our grilled cheeses and stop associating your sandwich melts with them. Yet again, it is utter blasphemy, and it rocks me to the core of my pale being. Shit, I stopped lurking after 3 years and made this account for the sole purpose of posting this. I've seen post after post of people's grilled cheeses all over Reddit, and it's been driving me insane. The moment I saw this subreddit this morning, I finally snapped. Hell, I may even start my own subreddit just because I know this one exists now. You goddamn heretics. Respect the grilled cheese and stop changing it to whatever you like and love it for what it is, or make your damn melt sandwich and call it for what it is, a melt.
Is it bad that when he said Midwestern white guy, I was like, this is exactly who I pictured for this post. I want my sandwiches blander.
And they're not passionate about bland ass grilled cheese.
I want cheese and bread, and that's it.
I gotta say though, you put tuna in a grilled cheese, that's no longer grilled cheese.
It's a tuna melt.
I agree
Put
with that.
pulled
Yeah.
pork in a grilled cheese,
It's a pulled pork sandwich.
no
Or
longer.
bacon.
Bacon, I think, is acceptable.
Roast
Just
beef.
bacon? No. I
No.
think it's
Really?
literally bacon.
Okay, interesting.
And that's it.
Prosciutto, I get away with it too.
Yeah, but then that's almost like an Italian. I guess it depends on
bacon,
the bread.
basically.
Prosciutto is bacon, brother.
Yeah, but you don't like heat up prosciutto, really. Eat
You-
it cold in a charcuterie board.
yeah, but if you throw it on the grilled cheese, then it's gonna warm up with
Yeah, I
the cheese.
guess.
So I don't know. I don't know.
They do throw that on pizza sometimes, and it's delicious.
Here's the
It's
thing.
so good.
The beauty of Reddit is if he wants to go off and make a solely grilled cheese sandwich subreddit, he can do that.
Yeah, r/grilled cheese. Don't fucking post your melt.
It's a long subreddit title, but
That's subreddit.
but he can
Holy
do that.
shit.
He can do that, and I just think it will not be as popular because it will be not as fun to look at. You know what I mean?
It's the same shit every time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, brown bread with some Swiss cheese instead of white bread with some cheddar.
John, drop the perfect grilled cheese recipe. I know you and Juliet have fucking done something here.
Ooh, I do like a grilled cheese sandwich, and I use we use Munster cheese and French bread.
Damn.
Oh no, sorry, not Munster. Sometimes we mix it.
You're not
Munster
doing
and Jarlsberg.
I was about to say, you're not doing a combo cheese. You're not doing multiple cheeses in there.
Yeah, so we do Munster, Jarlsberg, and French bread.
There it is.
I got a white bread with some Kraft singles in the middle.
I can't do white bread. I think I abhor white bread so much.
Really?
Okay. What about the Japanese sandos with the white bread?
That's okay because it's like it has that milk flavor. It has that milky flavor. Like a good Hokkaido bread, that's different, brother.
What about a Texas toast?
I fuck with a Texas toast.
Okay.
Wow, that was surprising. I was so ready for you to shit on it.
I fuck with a Texas toast.
So was I.
Because it's like, I don't know, just like a Hostess, like bread, like a Wonder Bread. I don't like it.
Okay,
yeah.
well that's fair.
I mean,
like
if you,
I would
if
prefer.
you toast it, it's okay, but just straight up.
What about homemade white bread?
Oh well, yeah.
Okay, that's
anything
different.
homemade.
So you
is
just
good.
hate
anything
processed like bullshit
Yeah,
packaged
sure.
bread. That's fair, and that's a fair take.
Yeah,
I
that's a
agree
fair
with you
take.
there.
It's probably the worst bread.
100% it is. It's just bland
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
That's packed with everything.
Cheap and easy to pack.
Yeah, sawdust probably in
Yeah.
that for sure.
For sure. Guys, let me tell you about the sawdust. It's
I've
in
been doing
everything.
research
There's
since
no
last
avoiding.
episode.
Actually, that guy's not even that bad if you think. I'm just kidding. That guy fucking sucks ass. But yeah, search your food for sawdust. There's a lot.
Hey, speaking of bread, help us get this bread by supporting our ads and buy some Factor products or something. Because Josh is looking at venues. My boy needs to book that shit quick. So
Yeah.
we will be
sell some of these lights, I think. I'll be in the dark for the next few episodes.
all right. Wikimaniacs will be right back for 2 more stories.
Am I the jerk for not telling the Wikimaniacs how they can save time, eat well, and stay on track with their healthy lifestyle?
Yes, what's wrong with you? Are you gatekeeping good food and time-saving life hacks now?
I, 29 male, have a pretty packed schedule. From recording, editing, traveling, I find myself too busy to cook and actually eat well. Then, Factor came along. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, has helped me fuel up faster with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered right to my door. Now I can skip the extra trip to the grocery store, spending less time prepping and having more time to enjoy fresh, never frozen meals that are ready in 2 minutes. I can choose from 34 plus weekly flavored packed meals, and I even leveled up by going to Gourmet Plus route and treating myself with meals that use premium ingredients like truffle butter and asparagus. Factor also got me covered in the snacks department with an assortment of 45 plus add-ons, including items like apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, plus wellness boost beverage options like cold pressed juices and smoothies. I happen to have a promo code that you can use to save 50% off. So am I the jerk for not telling the Wikimaniacs about this?
100%. So you're saying you don't have to go to the grocery store and it's delivered right to your door?
You're telling me you don't need to prep, you don't need to clean up, and in 2 minutes you get to eat? Yes, dude. You're the jerk. Tell the Wikimaniacs all about it already.
My bad. I'll tell them right now. If you head to factormeals.com/wiki50 and use code wiki50 to get 50% off, that's wiki50 at factormeals.com/wiki50 to get 50% off.
You have to say it again, bro, so the Wikimaniacs can know.
Head to factormeals.com/wiki50 and use code wiki50 to get 50% off. Thank you, Factor, for supporting the show.
And we're back. Okay, so
Wow.
these next 2 stories are going to be interesting. So it's kind of this in the same realm, same story. They're both today I fucked up, but it's from the perspective of both the husbands and the wives.
Ooh.
So this is 2 stories or 1 story?
It's 2 stories, but
Okay.
they're all both written, but from different perspectives. It all happened in one event. So
Okay.
we'll start out with the husband's perspective for this one. So this one is again from Today I Fucked Up. The OP for this is defenestrate lower score me, lower score now. The title is Today I Fucked Up by Throwing My Steak Out a Window.
Why the fuck?
Why would you do that?
Maybe you're a vegetarian, but you didn't want to tell the person you're the
Is a bear
vegetarian.
attacking you and you're throwing it out the window so it goes out there? Has happened to when I was very young. There was a bear at our porch.
I forget that you just
hell
live
no.
in the wilderness, like, sort of.
Well, not
That's
anymore.
why he's so
I used to.
rugged.
Used to.
There's a reason he's wearing those flannel shirts. all the time.
Lumberjack, yeah.
It's not just a
Rugged,
look, it's a
bearded
lifestyle.
motherfucker.
It was never a phase, Mom.
I lived it.
Yeah.
Son, get some maple syrup. Yes, Dad, I'll pump it outside.
We did used to make maple syrup too.
God
Oh, yeah, you
damn
did
it,
mention that.
John.
You used to tap
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. I used to collect it after
Oh,
school
sh-
every day.
You rugged motherfucker. Anyways, again, today I fucked up by throwing my steak out a window. Last night, my wife's boss from her brand new job invited us for dinner. On the drive over, my wife reiterated many times to me just how important it was to make a good impression.
Oh man.
I scoffed and arrogantly informed my silly wife that I always made good impressions. My wife's boss is a single lady in her 50s, so it was just the 3 of us. We chit-chatted over drinks and salads and seemed to really be hitting it off. She laughed at my well-timed, perfectly appropriate jokes, and my wife seemed pleased. Soon, she brought over the main course, a nice, big, juicy steak for each of us. As I began to cut into my steak, I was discouraged to discover how undercooked the steak was.
So I threw it out the window.
Like if it was overcooked, I could imagine being like, oh man, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, what is
But
undercooked?
undercooked, you could just be like, well, can you throw it on a little bit longer?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Now I've had my fair share of rare steak. I prefer medium. Good man.
Okay.
But I can handle rare. This was several minutes on a hot grill short of rare. I probably could have resuscitated the cow had I tried.
Okay.
Instead, I sat there fidgeting with my knife and fork, worrying about how I was going to get away with not eating the steak. Claim veganism? No. I'd already feigned great enthusiasm about seeing the steak. Just then, our hostess excused herself to the kitchen to take care of some dessert preparations. As I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, a cartoon light bulb appeared over my head.
Bro, what are you doing?
Absolutely not.
Literally just ask the waiter, be like,
Just
hey, can you throw this
cook
on
it
the-
a little bit more.
Can you do this a little bit hard, like better? Also weird that they didn't ask you beforehand how you would
Like,
like
what
it
were
done.
your
How you like
preference?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I'm wondering if this person thought it was that, like, you know, an easy steak mistake is taking it out the fridge and
mistake.
like
Mistake.
definitely
what it
not
is.
what I meant, but is taking the steak out of the fridge and just throwing it like after seasoning it right away and then throwing it on the grill. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sear the outside, but then have a cold
Cold-ass
raw
inside, yeah.
interior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a restaurant should know better, right? They're at a restaurant, right?
No, they're at her house.
No, they're
right?
at home. They're at
That's
her
why
house.
she's
Yeah, yeah.
preparing the steaks and preparing the dessert.
My
Yeah.
bad. I heard hostess and I was like, I thought
Oh.
my bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I knew I had to be decisive, realizing that she could return at any moment. I committed. I grabbed the steak with my hand,
Hell no.
What the fuck?
gently shook off the juice, and executed a perfect throw right through the center
Lands
of
right
the
on the
open
car.
window.
All heat.
There's a screen.
Just it splats against it.
Here's the big time fuck up. The window wasn't open.
How do you not know the window's not open?
It was the cleanest freaking window you've ever seen. in your
Jesus
life.
fucking
Not
Christ.
more.
That is
Oh.
until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed up against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake.
Bro.
My wife. This is so uncomfortable just reading this. It's a secondhand embarrassment I got
This is
right
like
now.
Michael Scott shit.
Oh, my wife, whose steak was a nice medium rare and was unaware of my predicament, turned, jaw dropped, and stared at me like I was an alien from another planet. This look then slowly morphed into more of a "there is no place on this planet you can ever hide from me" expression of demonic anger. My wife's boss heard the thud of the steak on window impact and came quickly. She took in the scene, the steak sitting on the windowsill, the blood trail, my empty plate, and then gave me an inquisitive, puzzled look.
What do you say?
I just-
What is it like? I saw a fly, wanted to kill it. I like what do you do?
Maybe like I was trying to cut it, but then like you know, I fucking threw it. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to cut it like that, and then you
you
just
just
throw
went like
it.
that?
Like,
Right
oh
across.
shit! But if it's behind him, I don't know. There's no.
I truly like,
I can't. I
it
got
is
nothing.
so much less embarrassing to just be like, "Hey, could you cook this?" than just
I'm
throwing
fucking
it.
saying.
What the fuck? Or just not eating it. You know what I mean?
True.
I don't
Do
know.
what like TV. Do what like TV scenes do, and just start cutting shit, but never really taking a bite.
True, until it's just all cut up and looks
Dude,
smaller.
I'd be getting so fucking mad, like watching movie shows or movies, and like, you know, all them families always be whipping up like a grand breakfast. I'm like, bitch, take a bite. Like,
Breaking Bad.
yes, I'm like, take a fucking bite. There's
Yeah.
so much waffles on the table. I want some of that right now. But anyways, to continue, I just didn't know what to say. It felt like a minute of silence, but was probably 3 or 4 seconds. Finally, the best I could manage was, I'm sorry. I'm such a klutz. I don't know. I was just cutting it and it slipped.
There you go.
There you go, dude.
Just ask my wife. I really am a klutz, right, honey? And then they put no help coming from that direction. I will clean this up. I cannot believe this. I am so sorry. Both women continued to stare at me like I had escaped from the loony bin as I smeared the blood around the window with my cloth napkin, dusted off the steak, and continued to mutter my incoherent explanation. I knew no one was buying my story. I knew what I had to do. I sheepishly returned to my seat and proceeded to eat every bite of that disgusting, cold, chewy, bloody, raw steak.
Off the floor?
I mean,
the
at
windowsill.
that point, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Yeah, that's what you call a window pane. I remained pretty quiet the rest of the evening. My wife's only 2 words to me since the incident are, "I'm fine." Too long, didn't read. Tried to sneakily throw my undercooked steak through an open window, only to find out it wasn't open.
Oh man, that is one of the cringiest today I fuck up we've done. There's just
tough.
so many other options.
And now let's hear it from the wife's perspective.
My
of this
dumbass
story.
husband threw a steak out the window. I have no idea why.
Ex-husband.
I wouldn't go with an ex-husband, but this one was posted by Mrs. Defenestrator. And the title was, "Today I fucked up by allowing my husband to come to dinner at my boss's house."
Yep.
This actually took place a couple of years ago. I had just gotten a brand new job that I was really excited about. So I was delighted when my boss, who I had been trying to establish a rapport with, invited me and my husband over to her home for dinner. Well, mostly delighted. My husband is, well, he's the sweetest, but he has a history of doing really dumb shit.
Jesus.
Because of this, I was worried about him coming along. By the time the day of the dinner arrived, I had become so anxious about it that I actually floated the idea by my boss that I wasn't sure if he would be able to make it. She was clearly taken aback and responded, "Oh no, I really hope he can. I have a dinner for 3 all ready to go." Upon seeing her dismay, I assured her that I was sure he would find a way to be there. Well, we made it over to her apartment on time, and things actually started out really, really well. It was actually just the 3 of us, which surprised me somewhat, but made me a little concerned about my husband, as crowds really tend to bring out his unpredictability.
Wait, so that's
I
good,
had-
right? Because it's less people. So
It's only one person to
Yeah.
really pay attention to.
I mean, we already know the ending, so it
yeah.
clearly doesn't matter what size of the party is.
But the insanity that he already has like a history of these type of actions is insane. I would
Just-
love to hear more.
Just seems like no impulse control. Like that was just like, I have a thought,
No.
do it. It's just like, I mean, yeah,
Squirrel.
yeah,
It's
kind of.
like from It's Always Sunny, where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be the wild card." Nobody wants a wild card, Charlie.
I had just started to finally relax, and it was a couple bites into a deliciously cooked steak when things took a horrible, horrible turn. My boss had just stepped into the kitchen to check on dessert when I noticed something odd out of the corner of my eye. It was one of those things where you know something strange is happening in your peripheral, but you're not sure what. You have to look over and focus your gaze to really comprehend it.
Holy shit.
I look over at my husband and see him holding his steak in his hand, hovering it just an inch or 2 above his plate.
No.
Before I had a chance to fully comprehend what I was seeing and verbalize something that might have saved all of us from the coming horror, he threw his steak, baseball style, across the room, straight into the dining room window. I'm surprised the window didn't break.
I mean, great aim. Gotta give him that.
Seriously.
He hit this window dead on.
Across
from
the room? I
the
thought he just tossed it next to him.
Nah,
I didn't
you
know it was
fucking
across
yeeted that.
the room.
That's a full ass fastball, bro.
Holy.
That must have happened so slow and so fast in her eyes. Both
Yeah,
at
just
the same
like,
time.
what is happening?
There's no way what I'm seeing is real. Fucking balling up this stage.
What is in this steak? I am hallucinating right now.
It hit the window, making a loud noise, and slowly slid down. Now, my husband does dumb shit. I already told you that, but he's not a crazy person. Usually when he does,
I would disagree.
arguably.
There's room for argument.
Yeah.
Usually when he does dumb shit, I at least understand what he's thinking. There's usually some semblance of rhyme or reason to do dumb shit. God, I think I'm him.
This is Juliet and John going to meet her boss.
Fuck. It's true. Juliet notoriously always says to me, I can't take you anywhere.
Don't do dumb shit while we're out, John.
Yeah, well, in this case, I was just dumbfounded. Okay, well, shout out
Dumbfounded.
to my own podcast.
Whoa.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, don't listen to it, guys. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't wrap my head around what was going on. I stared at him with what must have been the most confused look and watched as he stared back at me, an expression of utter horror painted across his face. I couldn't make any sense of what was happening, but I also didn't have time to try. I heard the footsteps of my boss coming to see what the sound was. It suddenly sunk in that it didn't matter why he did what he did. He did it, and we were all about to come face to face with a very awkward situation. I could feel the hunger. I could feel the anger. Hunger.
Is that like hangry?
Maybe. I could feel the anger flush through my face. For a brief moment, I contemplated trying to help my husband get out of this. But no, this was his dumb shit bed and he could lie in it. Not like there was any possible recovery anyway. My boss walks in and sees a steak lying on the windowsill. And there's the fucking longest, most awkward pause where we all just sit there, frozen. This is like Michael Scott.
Yeah. Or Charlie Day.
Oh, that too. The two most awkward fucking characters.
Yeah. Where's my milk steak?
My boss and I are staring at my husband, forcing the ball into his court as the cringe just hangs into the air like an ocean fog. He finally manages to mutter some incoherent garbage about being a klutz and even tries to get me to back him up. I leave his ass out to dry in the deafening silence.
It's even more funny now that he was like, I'm just a klutz, knowing that it was across the room.
Which
just a
would
klutz
pinpoint
with perfect
fucking accuracy. Hey, Padres need to sign his ass because our pitchers suck.
Can't relate.
He makes a poor attempt at cleaning the window and retrieves his steak. Mercifully, my boss asks me a question about work, and we both dive eagerly into conversation. We all resume the rest of the evening, pretending that he isn't there, a sort of unspoken agreement that this is the only way to move forward. As soon as we got to the car, right, there's ain't no fucking way that you can talk about this shit. As soon as we got to the car, my husband turned into a nervous chatterbox trying to explain himself. Turns out the dumbass didn't like the way his steak was cooked, and get this, he thought the window was open. My husband, ladies and gentlemen, tried to chuck his steak out of a 3-story window. He thought that was a reasonable solution to being served an undercooked steak. A year or so later, my boss hosted a Christmas party for the company at her newly built home. My best friend, Jenny, was my +1.
Yeah, that's correct.
Of course. Absolutely, of course.
Holy, just, I still truly cannot wrap my brain around what would cause someone to do that. Like, just absolutely the last move I would ever make. Crazy.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I wouldn't be that offended if I made somebody a steak and they're like, can I get
Can
it
you
a
cook it
little more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Be like,
of course,
I didn't know how you wanted it. Absolutely. I'll do it a little bit more.
I normally would, we would usually ask too. It's like, hey, how do you, like, what's your preference beforehand? So,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. In the order of who did things wrong, it's definitely
the
him
fucking
at the
husband.
top. Yeah.
I don't think it's anyone else. Like, not even close.
Oh, the
God.
fucking accuracy. Well, if you don't want undercooked steak and you want to get your meal in less than 2 minutes,
Wow.
be sure to tune in to our sponsors, and we'll be right back to finish this episode with our usual Fuck, Marry, Yeet. So we'll be right back, Wikimaniacs.
Yeet.
And we're back. So as usual, we like to close the episodes off with Fuck, Marry, Yeet.
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 We need
Just like how...
We need a sound
go ahead.
effect for like we have for do these guys fuck.
Oh, that's true. Just like how that husband yeeted the fuck out of the steak. So we're gonna pick someone here that we're gonna,
Who would you throw at a window?
who would we throw out the window in this fucking episode? So Alex made this interesting this time around because we have political figures that we would have to choose from.
Is there a Kennedy in here?
There's none.
Okay.
There's no Kennedys.
Is Rob
in here.
DeSantis in?
Rob is not included in here.
Damn.
But
or
there's
Rod,
gonna be
whatever the fuck we're calling him now.
Ro DeSantis is his name today.
It's too close to our Reddit name.
True. Let's not do that.
Rom.
Rom is a good one. We're gonna have 3 countries represented. So we're gonna pick who we're gonna fuck, who we're gonna marry, and who we're gonna yeet.
Oh, I know.
We're going to make an entire country angry at us.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
First contestant.
Yes, I knew it. newly
contestant.
single.
Well, Alex actually has that in there.
Okay,
So
sorry. I'm
First-
jumping ahead again.
first person, Justin Trudeau. A little bit information about Justin Trudeau. Currently the Prime Minister of Canada, originally from Ottawa. So, Josh, like that's
Yeah, I don't have to do long distance then, which is nice.
yeah. Justin is 51 years old and newly single.
Yep. Yep.
A Capricorn born on Christmas Day.
I didn't know that.
Expensive holiday.
That is a very expensive
You have to
holiday.
get 2 gifts. That
Yeah,
we've learned.
birthday gift and a Christmas gift.
He was once a substitute teacher in Vancouver, BC, and he was the second youngest prime minister in Canadian history.
Is he?
All right. Is there a bullet point for now correct me if I'm wrong. Did he dress like a Nazi?
No, he
Blackface.
did
Oh, he did
blackface.
blackface.
No,
Okay.
sorry.
Did.
He did Middle Eastern face, but he did it so black that it was like blackface, which is like
Both are bad.
both are bad. But
Both
at
are
least if
bad.
you're trying to do a race, get the color right, you know?
How old was
Or
he
just
when he
don't
did
get
that?
the color right at all. Don't do the color at all, I would say.
yeah. That's step
Was he-
one.
Skip the color part
That's
of the
step one.
costume, guys.
How old was he when he did that?
Younger, but
Old
like,
enough.
yeah, it's in like the 90s, which is like, it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, but there was no rules back in the 90s, so I could.
There were
I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'm
none of the
just saying.
friends are showing up doing blackface on Friends. You know what I mean?
would
I mean,
hope
it's
not.
I mean, White Chick still came out in 2002.
right, but
so,
white
like,
face is fine. That's fine.
yeah. I'll
think we
say
can all
white face
agree.
is okay.
Next contestant, Bill Clinton.
Okay,
Oh,
so
this is a fuck. This is a fuck for sure. This dude is
Really?
didn't he do something to? Wasn't he
Monica
friends with?
Lewinsky?
No, isn't he friends with Epstein?
I don't know.
fucking.
I
I mean,
pay
aren't
attention
all
to
of them?
I don't think Trudeau was, but I guess we're just talking about like what's the worst thing about each person's.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, he probably. I would imagine at least every American person in a great deal of power has been on that
was
island.
friends with him. Okay, well that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
No. Yeah, no, it's bad. I mean, do we not have the details of that list? Is that not out?
Maybe I have no idea.
I
feel
do
like
not care about
I feel like everybody is on that bitch.
I bet.
I don't really pay attention to politics. I don't know what the fuck he did. But anyways, he was a 42nd
That's not politics.
president.
Yeah,
That's
I just
grooming.
don't consume media like that. So I guess that's probably why.
Fair.
He was the 42nd president of the United States from 1993 to 2001. He's currently 77 years old and a Leo from Arkansas. I know it's Arkansas, but I will never
no,
pronounce it
that's
that way.
correct. That's how you pronounce it.
Exactly. Bill was the youngest governor in U.S. history at age 32. And Bill was once in a jazz trio called Three Blind Mice.
Okay, cool. I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Bill Clinton.
Oh
And-
yeah, there was a common joke in America that people would say Bill Clinton was the first black president. I think they said it on Arsenio Hall or something like that.
But he also gives the vibe that he would never do blackface. So at least there's
that
that.
is yeah.
Didn't Hillary do it?
Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Photograph does not show Hillary Clinton in blackface. So just so we're not sharing false news.
It was probably one of those like fucking shit that was going on back in like when Trump was fucking trying to get reelected or elected or something.
It's probably some QAnon stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah, just making stuff up.
This one is Chris Hipkins. He's currently the Prime Minister of New Zealand as of January 2023. He's a 44-year-old Virgo from Wellington, regarded as affable and self-deprecating. and he's the first senior cabinet member to take a paternal leave in New Zealand history.
Okay.
So
This
three
guy,
political figures.
Just strictly on not knowing enough about Chris Hipkins, it seems like that seems like the Mary.
I
right?
don't know controversial things about him, but he seems
I don't
pretty
know shit
cool.
about anybody. I will marry this guy because he'll take paternal fucking leave.
Yeah. Also, New Zealand's beautiful, so you get to live there, which is sick.
Okay, so are we having
I'm trying
sex
to
with?
I'm trying to
a
visit your
possible-
country next year, so please help me get there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can legally say yeet Justin Trudeau, so I might have to fuck him. You know.
I'm definitely fucking Trudeau. What a hot, he's pretty handsome.
Yeah, he's a handsome dude. So was Bill Clinton back in the day, but
Well,
he's
Bill
also
Clinton's
20 years
also
older, 30 years older.
That's
almost.
true. 77 years old. He lived a good life. He could die.
Okay, well, yeah, we're not taking too many years off of him, I guess. But yeah, I'll yeet Bill.
Definitely yeeting Bill.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was Googling if he was for sure a pedo or not, just so we're not just saying shit. But it does say he denies being close, but other people do say that they were close. So I'll just, what's worse, racism or pedo?
Both bad.
Both pretty bad. I'll just agree with you guys, I guess.
Yeah. And we are acknowledging that they are both bad. We are not condoning those things.
And we don't know enough about the New Zealand guy,
we don't
so
know enough about the third
we
one.
don't know if he did shit.
If he did some bad shit that we're not talking about, it's because we truly have no fucking
The New Zealand
clue.
genocide beside this guy's name.
Holy shit.
Ah,
Damn it. Well, we're married
comes
now.
yeah. Here comes the angry
Truly
comment.
a terrible game to play with politicians who are usually, at
Not
least
great.
American politicians, are terrible.
Terrible.
Canadian ones
Fucking
aren't great
terrible.
either. So, yeah.
I think politicians in general are horrible for me. I've never met like a fucking decent politician.
It feels like you should yeet all of them.
Yes. Well, that's it for this week, Wikimaniacs. But before we end this episode, Josh, Sean,
Hi.
do y'all have anything you want to bring up?
I do. So we haven't done this in a while, but I was going to read out some, what would you call them? Merch
comments?
Merch order comments. Yeah. Because we had a few in August and it's been a while and I'm going to go through them. So one from Addison who said, love the show. Watching the live now. Keep up the good work, guys. And they bought, when we did our live,
Oh, nice.
they got a bucket hat. Looks very cool. Lilith said, watching her live right now. I'm a rich motherfucker, so here's more money. So
Love rich
thank you very
motherfuckers.
much. Megan also bought a sweater. Didn't say anything, but bought a sweater. Diana, shout out Diana, very active. Said, I love
Hey.
listening to y'all so much. So glad you're still around and growing. Hope to meet you guys IRL someday. I hope that as well.
We're
that'd be
still
cool.
alive.
Rihanna, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Love the live stream tonight, guys. Can't wait to see how the pod grows over the next year. Neither can we. It's almost a month since that. Actually, it's over a month since that.
Yeah, it's definitely over a month. Oh, wait, no, not yet. When this comes out,
When
right?
this
comes
comes
out,
out.
Yeah, you're right.
Victoria bought a hat and something else there. And then Gabrielle says, Sean is my favorite with heart.
Whoa.
See, Sean, you're a favorite.
After like 2 months of John is my favorite.
They send you money.
Yeah, literally.
Only because it's a bit.
Sydney,
Send me money for a bit.
No.
Sydney
See?
said, listening in is one of my best parts of my day. Tried to pick merch that was more specific per person so I can equally support.
Whoa.
So it looks like they bought some Kevin stuff, some It's Your Boy stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, tons of stuff there.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Fiorella said, thank you so much again for the birthday video, guys. I bought a tee for my girlfriend. That's awesome. You must be a rich motherfucker then, because I think we do. It's a cameo video we must have done.
Yeah.
Karen said, congrats on your 2-year anniversary, boys. Keep the laughs, the content, and the good vibes coming. Brianna said, congratulations on 2 years, but they spelled Sean SHAUGHNNE.
Ooh, that is
God
rough.
damn.
You guys are
Shogni?
yeah, close.
Oh, Shag Hennessy.
Oh, shit, I get it.
You guys are amazing and
Hey,
hilarious.
Ron.
And I appreciate you so much. Love y'all. Lillian said, love the podcast. I listen all the time and got my mom hooked too. You guys are so funny and I like hearing your takes. Keep it up. Oh, good.
Hey, shout out to your mom.
Hey, what's up?
Sorry?
Sorry? Or you're welcome? I don't know.
You're welcome. Whatever. Sorry.
Alexis said, I'm a patron member and I'm on a much needed personal journey with therapy. Thank you for being such a positive influence and joy to listen to. Oh,
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. That's what we love to hear. Aylin said, loves the show. Sean is my favorite. So we got two. Sean is my favorite.
I'm telling you.
You must have been killing on the live stream. These are all live
Oh,
streams.
fucking ego is inflated as shit right now.
I'm fucking loving it.
Victoria said, just wanted to say how much I appreciate all three of you and your advice. Happy anniversary. Micah bought a hat and some other stuff there. Alina said, love your podcast. Love the pets. Greetings from Finland. Not a Patreon yet, but I hope to be in the future. And then they have the crossed fingers.
Take your time.
Yeah. Merch is awesome. Thank you for supporting that way. Yuri said, keep up the good work, boys. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you for actually valuing and respecting women and human beings in general. That's the bar is literally on the ground, but
low.
We will
So low.
We will keep the bar slightly above the ground for you guys.
Just barely up.
And hope to keep raising it. That's the
hopefully,
intention. Danny said, love you guys so much. You bring happiness and hope and happiness to so many people, and you show others what the bar for good human beings is. That wow. I didn't even coordinate
low
that.
Bar.
The bar.
Alexis says, cheers with a smiley face. And Tabitha bought a t-shirt and Nicole bought a hat. Looks like a Kevin hat.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
thank you very much, everyone, for supporting with merch. We love to see that. And we do have a merch store that we barely plug. RedditOnWikiShop.com. You can go check that out. Usually in our show notes. And we're hoping to try and get some new merch out soon. So we say that every time we talk about it.
And there's a potential thing that we're going to announce with merch in like
month? Maybe?
Probably the end of this month.
Oh, yeah.
By the time you're listening to this.
True.
Actually.
Our lives are so busy. Sorry.
We're planning far ahead. So thank you, everyone, for sending in your messages and getting some merch. We love that.
I'm writing Kevin off for tax purposes now at this point.
Damn it. I want to get another. We saw another kitten that Sienna's boss found, and it's fucking cute. So I might write that one off as a tax deductible as well.
Sean, you got any Venmos?
Yeah, I got no Venmos this week. I like to save them up 2 weeks at a time and read them on mine, just so, we always have something.
Fair enough.
But I want to give a shout out on the Discord to Twisted Witch. They helped me with some cat facts to try and help Chippa and Kara get
acquainted,
more friendly with each other. Has not gone into effects yet.
Damn.
But, I appreciate the tips. I'm definitely doing them. So, and then also a shout out on Instagram to Fat Lip. That's PHATLIP. They're a Wikimaniac, and they worked for a coffee shop that I went to in Seattle, and they reached out to me whenever I posted some coffee and treats from that coffee shop.
Oh, my favorite place.
They're like, "Oh, hey, I used to work there as like the creative graphic designer for their stuff." So I was like, "Oh shit, that's fucking sick!" And then she sent me an Octa shirt that she made. So that was rad. And shout out to you. That's super cool.
Is it a good Octa shirt? Should we consider?
It's fucking sick.
Damn.
Probably.
Wait, why didn't you show us yet?
It'll probably be part of that thing we're gonna announce in.
Damn.
That's true.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Probably. I mean, if she's down for it, but yeah, we'll see. And just shout out to everybody for all the reviews, all the kind stuff. Another shout out to, I was reading Nancy all the kind comments that you guys left on her episode, and that was very kind, y'all.
Yeah.
We both appreciated it a lot. So thank you guys for being so kind to her. She was very nervous to come on.
Couldn't tell. She did it. She killed it.
She was a natural.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Yeah. So thanks everybody for making her feel comfortable. She was like, it's crazy the community that we have here together is so welcoming. So thank you guys for welcoming her.
Love to see it. Well, if you like what we do, consider leaving a review for us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or our website, RedditOnWiki.com, or consider being a patron to get exclusive access and bonus content. rock our merch like these awesome Wikimaniacs that just did and just supported us. But the cheapest way to help us get discovered, tag us on your stories. Tell your friends all about us. And really the best way for more listeners that can discover us. And that way you can spread the good word that is Redditor on Wiki. And you can find all our info in our show notes. But until then, we'll see you this Friday for another Am I the Asshole episode. Till then, toodles.
Bye.
Bye.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.